Okay, me and Annabelle are getting ready to go into the Dollar Tree and see what Lent stuff we can find for our Lent home altar. You ready, Annabelle?
Yeah.
Yay! All right, we found this really cool vase, but there are lots of glass and different kinds of vases that you can get. This plastic tray, there are also glass versions of this, but I hate things that can break, so I'm getting the plastic one. All right, you're going to need a bag of dry beans, and there are several different colors. I'm going to get the brown. Here are some candles. You get 8 for $1, but there's a bunch of candle options as well, and you can get these pillar candles for $1 a piece. They also have these adorable little succulents, so I'm going to get one of those and get a certificate frame. These hold a normal size piece of paper, and if you don't have any jute twine or string at home, you're going to need some. And this is a great find right here, a roll of purple felt at the Dollar Tree. This is going to be perfect for our Lenten home altar. Now we're going to go out to the yard, and I'm cutting some branches for my home altar decor as well. So we're going to need to cut some branches. Then we're also going to need to look for either some little thin flexible branches or vines or some kind of weeds growing by the ground. And we're going to need some straight sticks and some rocks. So just collect everything that looks Lenten or dead and collect it and put it inside. We're taking these branches and putting them in that cool vase that I found at the Dollar Tree. And then I'm just going to take some brown paper bags that I ripped up, and I'm going to ball them up and shove them down in here to hold my branches where I want them. I was actually really impressed with how well this worked. Okay, now we're going to take our flexible vine and make a little crown of thorns. So I'm going to start bending at the end, and I'm going to just convince this vine to be curved. So little by little, you'll feel it start to bend. So I'm going to make this circle of whatever size I want my crown of thorns to be. I'm going to hold that in place. I'm going to put the vine through the middle of that circle. So you basically end up with a big knot at this point. Then you take the vine and put it in the middle again, and it just wraps around that original circle. Put it in the middle again, and it just keeps wrapping. It really is that easy. And as the vine dries out, it just stays in this shape forever. I keep these for years. So you're just going to take the end and just tuck it in. You don't need any string or glue or anything like that. All right, now that we've made a small one, we're going to make a bigger one. So you're going to need about 5 vines for this. I cut these from the side of my yard. I don't even know what they are. Okay, so you're going to curve it around to whatever size of crown of thorns that you want. And again, make a circle shape. Now for the bigger ones, I will hold this initial piece by just tying a piece of twine around the string. You don't have to tie that, but I think that for the first one, it makes it a little easier. Now again, the extra tail is going to just wrap around and around the original circle, and then you're just going to add another one, and you wrap it around and you'll have these little end pieces that hang out, but they get caught eventually by, your next vine that's going around and around. Okay, so you're just going to keep wrapping vines until you get the thickness that you want, and if there's anything too scraggly at the end, you can just snap it off, and the end just tucks in, and that's how you make your crown of thorns. Now we're going to take 2 sticks, and we are going to wrap them into a Lenten cross. You need more twine than you think. I pulled my roll about 5 times. If you have anything ugly on your stick, just turn it around to the back. Take your twine and hold your sticks in a cross shape and start wrapping in one direction, and then a little bit in the other direction to make like an X in the front. And then once you have that a little bit sturdy in a cross shape, you're just going to wrap and wrap and wrap to make it a lot more sturdy. And I'm going to come with my twine the other direction a little bit more to give that like an X shape in the front. Then you can just trim off your twine and tie it in the back, or you could add a little glue if you want. And that's a pretty sturdy cross. All right, so we're going to make our Lenten candles. You just open up your beans and dump them into whichever tray you got. And then I'm going to take my tray and shake the beans flat. Then I'm going to take my candles, and we are just going to need 6 of the candles. So we're going to put the extra 2 to the side. And you can arrange these however you want, like in a cross shape or whatever, but I did mine in a line. So that is ready for our Lenten table. Now you're going to take your certificate frame, and there's actually a download available in the Catholic Icing shop. It has like 13 pages of Lenten printables for your home altar, and there are different designs and different quotes so that you can switch this out and keep your Lenten home altar fresh all season. You could switch them out every week. Then we're going to take this Pray Fast Give printable that's in the same pack, cut it out. It's printed on cardstock. you're going to fold on these lines and make yourself a little pray, fast, give triptych that will stand up on your home altar and remind everyone what we are supposed to be doing during the season of Lent. Okay, we are ready to put this home altar together, and we're going to start with that roll of purple felt, which I had to cut at the end because there was so much. Then we're going to put our things up here. You can see that little succulent is the only thing we used as is. I also added some rocks, and I'm going to add this little stick to the side. And I just love how this home altar turned out. I cannot believe that you can get all this stuff for $10. So you're going to light your first candle, and these work just like an Advent wreath. You're going to light one candle for each Sunday during Lent, and adding a new candle each Sunday to count down that time of Lent. And I hope that your home altar comes out as beautiful as this one is and helps keep your family focused on the Lenten season this year.